gold medalists, Rankireddy and Shetty, up against Carnando and Marthin of Indonesia. Then it's women's singles, and it's a repeat of the Olympic semi-final. Hebing Zhao, the left-hander who won the China Masters back in 2015, up against the Olympic champion Chen Yufei. Then men's doubles, and what looks like a tremendous match on paper, because we have the Olympic champions Li Yang and Wang Qilin up against the current world number ones Liang Weikeng and Wang Chang of China. Then it's men's singles and an all-unseeded affair. Kanta Tsuneyama of Japan up against the European Games silver medalist, the left-handed Christo Popov. Then we finish with our third men's doubles, and Kusuma Wadana and Rambitan, the gold medalists at this year's Southeast Asian Games, up against Chenbo Yang and Liu Yi from China in their first quarter-final at this level. Well, with men's doubles being our first quarter-final of the evening session, a chance for us to look at the draw, and we can immediately see that there are 4 Chinese pairs at quarter-final stage, 2 from Indonesia, which means that there's only 4 different flags at quarter-final stage. So we will be showing 3 of those 4 quarter-finals.
全新手表 Magic Spinner 颠覆轻薄想象，打破质感基底折叠品的边界，让折叠品首次进入行业时代。5000毫安时新海湖双电池，续航无忧，更有内外双频率风险调光，与内外双频流畅手线，从进步到进化，荣耀 Magic VR 折叠旗舰。
从未来之星到新可能天团，贺建持续发展新可能。
《 女士们、先生们，10分钟后比赛将正式开始，请您尽快就座。温馨提示您，请您注意观赛礼仪，掌握喝彩时机，保持赛场文明。让我们一起为运动员热情加油，为精彩赛事尽情喝彩。
Ladies and gentlemen, the competition will start in 2 minutes. Please take your seat. We remind you to pay attention to the etiquette when watching the game. Let's hear your measures.
这里是世界羽联巡回赛，这里能过世界顶级羽球高手，这里有无与伦比的力量和技巧。我们一起期待荣耀的诞生。女士们、先生们，接下来让我们一起感受世界羽联巡回赛总决赛奖杯。
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals Trophy.
这是一座充满力量和荣耀的奖杯，这是一座代表着默契与配合的奖杯，这是一座象征选手们不懈努力和对卓越追求的奖杯，让我们超越自我，逐梦扬帆。
This is a trophy bringing us power and glory that us surpass ourselves, chase our dreams, and rise to the pinnacle of success.
此刻我们的时间已经来到了下午啊，即将迎来我们下半场的比赛。可以看到，大家也是在源源不断、陆续的进入到属于你们各自的座位之上啊。那接下来我们的镜头就要对准你们各位了。既然大家一起来感受2023中国羽毛球大师赛，我们就要用热情来为我们的赛事增光添彩。我们一起对着镜头，准备好打招呼和释放我们所有人开心快乐的笑容面庞吧。接下来，当我们的镜头对准的时候，请大家打打招呼啦！看到屏幕上的自己没有？对，这位朋友还没有看到自己啊？看到自己的话，打打招呼啦！这位朋友有没有看到自己？对，打打招呼，热情的挥舞一下你们的双手。很棒啊！看来大家也都是完成我的第一个任务。那接下来我们会有一个有奖问答的环节，你们想不想要？有奖的一个互动环节，你们想不想要我们的奖品呢？声音再大一点！哇，很棒！那接下来只要您做出我们屏幕之上相应的动作，就可以来到我们有奖的位置了，那就是我们的工作人员，稍后会为您送上我们的礼物，看一看谁能在第一组来到这个有奖的位置。那镜头请准备，来，让我们的热情吸引一下观众，看看。对，哇，这位小哥哥是先来抢个镜，很棒啊！那么也欢迎你来到我们的现场啊！那你们身旁有没有你认识的朋友？来，这2位。来，我们一起拥抱一下，好不好？可以来一个我们关于友情的拥抱，赛事的拥抱。那我们要去到下一组啊，很欢迎2位。来，下一组看看会在哪边呢？我们一起来期待一下，请听一听你们的掌声。这边，这2位，来，哇，笑得很开心啊！来，我们可以彼此互相拥抱一下，来一个关于我们体育热爱的拥抱，好不好？好。
就是属于你们的奖品了。那朋友们，我们再次用精彩一起期待，热情在哪里？
Welcome to Shenzhen Bay Gymnasium for the second session on quarterfinals day at the LI-NING China Masters, the sixth and the last of the Super 750 events on the HSBC BWF World Tour. It also happens to be the last qualifying event before the World Tour Finals to be staged in Hangzhou in a little under 3 weeks' time. And that is the trophy of the World Tour Finals, what all the players are playing for, the culmination of the World Tour. Well, 5 matches for you this evening, and it includes 3 men's doubles, and we're starting with men's doubles and the former world number ones and Asian Games gold medalists Rankireddy and Shetty up against Carnando and Marthin of Indonesia. Then it'll be women's singles and a repeat of the Olympic semi-final. He Bingjiao, who won the China Masters title back in 2015, up against the Olympic champion Chen Yufei. Then the second men's doubles, and what looks like a tremendous match on paper, because we have the Olympic champions Li Yang and Wang Qiling of Chinese Taipei up against the current world number ones Liang Weiken and Wang Cheng of China. Then it's men's singles, and all unseeded affair. Kanta Tsuneyama of Japan up against Christo Popov, the European Games silver medalist. Then we finish with our third men's doubles. Kusuma Wadana and Rambitan, the gold medalists at the Southeast Asian Games earlier this year, up against Chen Bo-yang and Liu Yi in their first quarter-final at this level. Well, with men's doubles being our first quarter-final of the evening, a chance for us to look at the draw from quarter-final stage. Only 3 seeds at quarter-final, only 1 seed in the bottom half of the draw. That's the number 2 seeds, but 4 Chinese pairs, 2 from Indonesia, so only 4 different flags flying next to the names of the 8 pairs at quarter-final stage. We will be watching all of those quarterfinals apart from the all-Chinese affair, the second quarter down, as we look at that list. Well, Angel Clark, delighted to say that Chris Langridge, the Olympic bronze medalist from Rio de Janeiro in 2016, sitting alongside me, looks like a brilliant evening's play.
Definitely, and I'm very excited to start with a really exciting men's doubles.
Yes, it should be tremendous. This pair that's about to emerge onto centre stage of Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy and Shiraj Shetty have set numerous records. They've won Commonwealth Games gold in Birmingham last year, Asian Championship gold, the first men's doubles medalists, and gold medalist for India for 58 years in the men's doubles discipline. And of course made history, there they are in the black shirts, by taking gold at the Asian Games. A first ever gold for India in the badminton at the Asian Games. So one record after another. Well, I can tell you that this will be a fourth meeting between these two pairs. And all three previous have been won by the Indian combination of Rankireddy and Shetty. And all of them have gone the full distance, gone to 3 games. The last time they met was at the Asian Games in the last 16. And of course, because I've told you that they went on to win gold, of course they won in Hangzhou. An hour and 24 minutes for 21-12 in the deciding game.
Receive, Can you receive?
So I believe that the Indonesians won the toss of the coin and have chosen to receive, which means that the Indian pair get the serve and get to choose ends. I do find it quite extraordinary that players, we know that there's been a drift in this arena, perhaps more pronounced in the early stages of the tournaments, and more pronounced sideways than lengthways, which is really quite unusual. But I simply don't understand why players don't choose ends, because you either prefer to start with a good end or finish the good end, assuming you're going to go to 3 games. Rankireddy is 23 years of age, born in Umalaperam in Andhra Pradesh, and they are currently number 5 on the world rankings, though they did spend 3 consecutive weeks from the beginning of last month as world number 1s. Chirag Shetty is 26, so he's the older of the two, born in Mumbai, what used to be called Bombay, and he's very slightly taller of the two, 6'1", whereas his partner is 6'1.5 inches. Repeat of the Commonwealth Games final in the very first round against Ben Lane and Sean Vendy, and then meet Koga and Saito of Japan, both those matches in 2 straight games. Theo Oroli Carnando is 22 from Klaten in Central Java. 171 equates to about 5'7", and his partner is 2 days younger, so he's also 22 years of age, but he was born in the Indonesian capital of Jakarta. He's quite clearly the taller of the two, 182, is about 6 foot tall. And looking at their results, well, they beat Couvet and Labar of France in the first round, and then in the second round beat the number 6 seeds from Denmark, very much in form pair. It was a repeat of the Hong Kong Open final, and they managed to reverse the result, beating the Danes Astrup and Rasmussen 21-11 in the deciding game in an hour and 3 minutes.
Ready to play.
So both coaching benches, as we look at our umpire, Manfred Schum from Hong Kong, China, and David Graf van Schweren of Austria is the service judge. So Shetty and Rankireddy become big stars in the sporting world in their home country of India, and rightly so.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Leo Ronnie Carnando and Daniel Marthin, Indonesia. And on my left, Suresh Rankireddy and Shetty, India. Rankireddy to serve to Daniel Martin. Level. Play.
So the #1 seeds, former world #1s and Asian Games gold medalists Rankireddy and Shetty nearest to us in the black shirts, getting this quarterfinal underway against Carnando and Marthin. Now, we've been talking about the build-up to the World Tour finals. Rankireddy and Shetty are down at 13 at the moment, and I don't think, by my calculations, that they can actually qualify for the World Tour finals. But there is a mathematical possibility that this pair could indeed qualify. They must reach the final, though, of this China Masters. Now, Chris, you have played against Rankireddy and Shetty. In fact, you played against them in the final of the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast in Australia in 2018. And you were victorious that day, winning the gold medal with Marcus Ellis. So just give us your take on the strengths and the weaknesses of the Indian combination.
It's actually just working out, and I didn't realise Rankireddy would have been only 18 or around that at that time, which is incredible to be at that level at that very young age. But you know, they have probably the biggest attack in the world, as in Rankireddy has got, you know, that insanely powerful smash. You've got Shetty at the net, who seems to have the longest arms. He can cut everything out, and you're trying to re-lift off the biggest smash in the world. And Shetty seems to be able to intercept everything. I'd say they probably do have the best attack in the world. Their ability to defend as well is very good. They've got an all-round game. I think the one obstacle they've had this year is just their level's just been a little bit up and down. They've had some incredible performances, and you know, you've highlighted quite a few of them, which got them to world #1. But some of their recent, as in the last 1 or 2 tournaments, they maybe just haven't quite performed at that same level. And I think this is one of the reasons why they're not going to make the Super Series. The World Tour finals, just because they haven't consistently hit that throughout the year, because it takes in 14 tournaments, a larger amount than the world rankings, which takes in your top 10.
Yeah. Well, they have won 5 titles this year: the Swiss Open, the Asian Championships, the Indonesia 1000 event, that was their first 1000 title. The Korean Open, that was a 500, in the Asian Games. So of their 5 titles, only 3 of them are World Tour events, and it's only the World Tour events that count towards qualification for the World Tour finals.
Yeah, and that's one of the big reasons why they're so far down compared to their really high world ranking. And all 3 times these two pairs have played each other, it's been a very competitive game. It's always gone to 3 games each match.
Not really timing the interception there. Shetty.
Service over. 4-5.
Mistimed interception there from Daniel Martin.
Play.
Oh, dear me.
Service over. 6-5.
It's a service error from each pair. Didn't seem to move his feet there, Carnando.
Yeah, almost just waited for the shuttle to come to him. It's so integral. Even on the easier ones, you have to move towards the shuttle because it's stopping before it comes to you.
Good rally. Amazing. Oh, he's pushed it wide. There was a big gap straight down the line there. And Rankireddy pushed it wide of the mark.
Both pairs at the moment are not too concerned about the other one's attack, just because it's a slower haul, so they're happy to, if need be, go out, move the shuttle round and play the rally and try and outmaneuver their opponent to get that opportunity. And even with two of the biggest smashers probably in the world in the men's doubles category.
That was more about angle than power. Oh, well judged. Well judged indeed. He wasn't altogether sure.
In that rally there, the Indian pair covered each other so well. Been playing together a long time now, and they know whose is whose so quickly. There was no indecision between whose shot was whose and who was covering what.
First time they've been in the lead, but not for long.
Service over. 8-4.
Service fault called. Well, was that on Rankireddy or was that on Shetty?
It was Shetty.
It was Shetty, thank you.
Play.
Oh. They called on the return of serve, and it made it impossible for Carnando to get the shuttle back. The shuttle still landing in front of Daniel Marthin at the back of the court.
Guys, get really quicker. No delay. Okay?
Yeah, good umpiring.
Out. Service over. 9-all.
Wow.
Service over. 10-9.
I'd say the Indian partnership are one pair who, both players. Shetty has a very big overhead swing when he's at the back of the court, but he can generate big power as well.
Not the best of serves, but got away with it. Yeah,
11,
good
9
play
in the vault.
from Shetty, going forward at the right moment there, closing down the net. And the reward, a 2-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Turunin ya. Kalau lagi ketekan jangan lurus tuh, belokin. Kalau nggak tuh harus lewat ke atas ya.
Depannya agak mundur sedikit kalau bola jalan ya. Jadi dia manjang-manjang. Ya. Kalau belakang
Fault 1,
mau turun
20 seconds.
jemput dikit ada ketekan.
Fault
dikit,
1,
jadi bolanya
20
agak
seconds.
turunnya dia nggak bisa ambil dari atas.
Thank you.
Kalau sama defense sekali ada taruhnya ya. Jangan
The Indonesian coach, Ariona Miranat.
11, 9.
It's been a bit bitty so
Wait.
far, hasn't it, Chris? It hasn't really flowed. We've had one or two only very good rallies.
Yeah, and I think it's likely what we're going to see. A lot of first three, and
It's gone long.
12,
I
9.
was interested that you said that this was a slow arena. I thought the playing conditions were pretty reasonable, quite fast. You think it's slow?
Yeah, overall, I'd say generally due to the size, they're slower balls. If it was very hot in here, I mean, the drift plays a
10,
part because the drift
12.
is causing one end to be quicker than the other, but I'd say overall, even from the rallies, there's no urgency to not lift, as in to chase forward. Obviously, they are chasing forward because that causes stress, and your opponent then is more tense, and when they're lifting, the lift isn't as good. But last week in Kumamoto Masters, it was a quicker haul for me, and there was a much bigger urgency of it's essential to get the attack, because to survive through defending is so difficult to do in a quicker haul.
Oh, yes. Nicely played. Racket up ready.
12.
Leoroli Carnando.
And it was that push that was the clever push, because he lured both players and then opened the space up to hit the cross court.
Serving out wide. I like that variation.
Service over. 13, 11.
And these two partnerships both have their much preferred roles of who's at the front, who's at the back. With the Indonesians, the more creative player being Leo at the net.
Yes, this man, Carnando.
Yep. We know it's Shetty for the Indians.
Oh, that's a couple. He's
Service over.
almost seemed to snapshot at the front of the court. Rankireddy.
Cases there, sometimes you're so ready for the next shot, as in you're almost, as you're finishing that shot, you're looking for the next one. You've got to finish the shot you're playing before you move away from the net to cover the next shot. If you pull away as you're striking the shot, you're moving in the wrong direction.
My goodness. Take that. Well, there's a challenge here.
Don't think anyone saw it, it was that big.
Yeah, we'll see better from this. Oh no, I saw that as in. Didn't you?
I couldn't see it. I needed a slow-mo to be able to see that one.
A slow-mo of the slow-mo.
Yeah, super, super slow-mo.
Well, the instant review is having problems too. It must be close.
Oh.
Yeah, way in.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Great smash
One
from Daniel
chance
Marthin.
remaining.
Yeah, it's not often you see a player knock another one over with a big smash, but Daniel, he does have one of the biggest smashes in the world.
Play. Receive.
Yeah, he's a tall man
Service over.
and well reached by Shetty.
Yeah, it was good pressure just coming forward. Relentless attack, just kept going. And kept going and kept going. A bit of fortune in the end, it comes off the frame, but...
Yeah, but he earned his own.
That's what I was going to say, yeah, he did. He earned it in that situation by moving forward, and the shot was coming in such an upward direction to them.
Service over. 14.
It's interesting then, previously when we just saw the Indian coaching staff, I think it's one of the first times I haven't seen Matthias Bow behind the court for them. He's been a very influential figure, I think, over there, especially with this partnership. They seem to have such a good connection and a good bond.
Yes, I agree.
I think they're in very good hands with the legend.
15, 14.
Possibly one of the, well, the most famous coach, I think, ever from India. Serpilala Gopachan behind their court.
I think some Indians will probably include in most famous coach ever as Prakash Bhattakun. Oh.
16, 14.
But you probably weren't even born when he was winning the All England, Prakash.
I think he was slightly before my birth, yes.
But his academy, you know, Lakshya Sen has come from that academy, and a number of excellent players.
I think it's brilliant for India that you've had two experienced players create and set up academies for other players to emerge from.
Yeah. Oh yes, well played.
Mixing up the direction of the attack, making sure both Indonesian players were ready. This is one of the things we do in training. You might have 3 against 1, so a defender against 3 attackers, and it's so much easier than when you have 3v2 because you don't know what your partner's going to do when it's 3v2. When it's 3v1, you're the only one hitting the shuttle on your side, so you know the shot you're going to play, and you have a good idea of the shot coming back. And that's why then, I don't know if both Indonesians were quite ready when the other one was hitting the shot.
Yeah. The lift from Shetty was woefully short. Got what it deserved. Yeah, he mistimed it. Take a look at this. There's the mistimed shot. Oh, that's a good call from Shetty to his partner.
Yeah, and I really like that. I think it's so important because I honestly think Rankireddy would have gone for it, and we could see how far out it was. Just because you're the player moving, it's so hard to judge it accurately when your partner can even take a glance to watch it, and it's so much easier for them to analyse if it's going in or out. Good return, very awkward position for Shetty. It's easy for Shetty to get tangled up just because he has such a phenomenal reach, but maybe at his body it's a bit trickier for him to get his body out of the way.
Oh, good defence from Marthin. This time it's long of the back line. But another tremendous power shot from Daniel Marthin.
And this is incredible judgment by Shetty, because I actually think he did leave that. He moved his arm out the way, and he's got, I don't know what it would be, a gazillionth of a second to make that decision because the shot was coming so fast at him.
2 points away from the open game, the Indian combination.
Thank you. Okay. 19-16.
Oh, it had a little think about it, but it stayed the Indonesian side, and therefore it's 4 game point opportunities for Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty. Oh, that was fast from Shetty. And a brilliant way to close out the opening game.
Rankireddy and Shetty, 21-16.
21-16 confirms the umpire 21 minutes. And the number 1 seeds 1 game to the good in this quarter-final.
Kalau bola barusan ya, bola itu jangan di kecil, jangan di netting itu belokin, kalau nggak naik ke atas lagi. Ya, biasanya nyerang dulu. Ya, kalau nyerang mati harus copnya dulu. Jangan copnya dulu. Cepat tutup ke depan sih bawahnya. Kalau di belakang sabar dulu. Ya, defense-nya jangan langsung lurus terus. Terutama kalau si yang pakai kita di depan, langsung belok aja. Kalau yang si Randy di depan nggak apa-apa, kencengin dulu nggak apa-apa. Dia depannya nggak terlalu bagus. Ya, oke, situnya aja.
Ada variasinya, kalau mau bunda minum sekalian tuh. Kadang dia udah ngerasa placingnya halus, dia langsung masuk tuh, nah, tinggal mau diangkat atau digeser tadi. Variasi sih maksudnya ada stresnya juga, ada coknya juga tadi ya.
Harusnya jangan nahan-nahan. Apa boleh ngatur tapi jangan nahan-nahan terus.
Ya, kalau misalnya anak cek ini aja udah, tapi api di atas kalau terus.
Same game, level, play.
So 1 game to the good, Rankireddy and Shetty, the number 1 seeds from India. Carnando and Marthin are going to have to come from a game down, not only if they're to get through this quarter-final, but also if they're to qualify for the World Tour Finals. Oh, he mistimed that.
1 love.
So flat over the nets, it was difficult to time.
Yeah, it's a really well-struck drive from Rankireddy. And it is interesting when you look at the Indians' ranking, the highest points they have on 12,000, which is obviously a lot, but their lowest on their ranking is 4,800, which is such a massive, massive difference. And the other differences between them, which they're 5 in the world and 1 in the world, is only a difference of 3,800 points, so it's very, very tight. Did a ladies doubles earlier, and difference between 1 in the world and 2 in the world, ladies doubles, 20,000 points.
Yeah.
I even said it wrong because I confused myself, because it was more than I could have ever
imagined.
Yeah. 20,000 points.
Somersault.
Men's doubles at the moment is such an open category. We almost have a different world number 1. It feels like every week. I know it's not every week, but we've had a lot of different world number 1s.
block. Yeah, you can't afford to do that when one of the Indian players is standing at the net. You've either got to turn the shuttle or push it to the mid-court area, or push it deep.
Rankireddy knew then, he apologised straight away. I think he knew that wasn't his. It was going down the centre. I think Shetty had it. They're moving the shuttle around nicely, and they know they've got to be a little bit more patient with the attack when they get the attack. Be a little bit harder to get through that side.
Are you talking about the Indonesians?
No, the Indians, sorry.
Out.
It's a service error.
4-2.
That's his second. Just wide.
5-2.
The idea was good.
That's where the gap was, but I think the Indians were chasing down the gap, so that when they do that, you feel like you have to play tighter and tighter. The drift fractionally is going in that direction as well. Rankireddy did everything right there. Great fade, and then he steps in and goes over his opponent, gets his opponent off balance, and then steps in, and the easiest shot of the rally is the one that he ends up missing. But before that, tactically very, very smart.
Just long. Oh, they're challenging.
Challenges 4 out.
It's one of the first times in recent tournaments that I've seen Rankireddy play without his compression stockings on. Here we go. Caught the line. Good challenge.
Great challenge.
Service over. 6-4. Play.
Rankireddy there just pulling away a fraction as he's hit it. Makes the shuttle dip into the net. Your body needs to be going in the same direction that you're pushing the shuttle in.
Yeah, they are very, very impressive when they're on the attack. Rankireddy and Shetty.
I think the great thing about their attackers is when each player, so Rankireddy's at the back, he's got the big, powerful, heavy smash, and Shetty has a really big smash as well, but it's a much steeper angle. So it's very difficult to contain their attack because it's quite different from each player.
Yeah.
8-5.
He does like to rush forward whenever he can.
Yeah, that's Shetty's speciality as soon as he gets that half chance, because he knows his opponents aren't going to just lift over him because he's got the guy with probably the biggest smash in the world behind him.
Oh, good defense. Yeah. At the moment, the Indonesians are simply not dealing with the attacking play of the Indian pair.
I think this is where they complement each other so well. I think one of the reasons why Shetty's so good at coming off the net to intercept is because it's so hard to block Rankireddy's smash, because it's coming that big that to be able to have the skill to block it's very, very difficult. So a lot of people are putting pace back in, which plays into the hands of Shetty.
Yeah, nicely done. And they're beginning to run away with this now. The second game.
Service over.
Yeah, that was a better return.
6-10.
I think it's so important for Leo to try and stamp his authority. Such a gifted player with his skill, his touch, his vision, but he hasn't really had that opportunity yet in this match to showcase that.
To the mid-game interval, and it's a 5-point advantage for the world number 5 ranked pair. Again, and 11-6 up.
Waktu nyerang, kalau dia jangan angkat lagi. Yang lu kalau di belakang jangan angkat lagi. Coba dulu, apa? Turun ke bola, cari bola terus. Ya, cari bola terus. Defense-nya jangan nyerang, dia nyambung, udah jaga, belokin. Kalau biasin juga. Enggak bisa kayak bola pasti biasa kita ambil ke sini. Kalau di belakang, kalau
20 seconds. Call 1, 20 seconds.
Kayak gitu udah langsung maju kan?
Iya, langsung maju. Kalau nggak langsung maju apa? Kalau nggak cok dulu apa? Cok dulu nyangkap lagi. Nyangkap? Ya, oke.
Well, 5 finals from 15 tournaments this year so far for Rankireddy and Shetty. That's not only finals, they won all 5 finals that they've reached. That's 1 in 3 tournaments that they've won, that they've played. Pushed it wide. Any suggestions, Chris, on what the Indonesians should be trying to do to turn this around?
Well, the thing is, the majority of their shots are going in an upward direction, which one thing they obviously need to change. They need to try and neutralize the game in regards to even engage in the mid-court. At the moment, it's too easy like this for the Indians to get on the attack. And this is the thing. And almost every rally, the Indians have the attack, and they're not getting through in the first shot, the second shot, but it's maybe the 6th shot, but they are getting through. They're finding a way. And it's not that the Indonesians have to play the no-lift style, which they're incredibly good at, but they've got to be pushing up the court more and trying to be playing into the mid-court more. At the moment, it's too comfortable for the Indians on the attack.
Service over. 8-12.
पैरेलल में बहुत तेज आ रहा है गेम, थोड़ा स्लो कर। देख अटैक पे तेज करना है, पर पैरेलल पे ज्यादा तेज नहीं, स्लो कर दे, कहीं लगा दे, ऊपर उड़ा दे।
Oh, I have a feeling that serve would have gone wide at the centre line.
38.
It's incredibly well read, though, by Shetty's. Leaped from nowhere.
Oh, that's well right. Oh, goodness
Service
me.
over. 9-13.
I think Carnando is the only player so far who hasn't made a service error. Yeah, he's not getting the shuttle away, is he?
It's
Carnando.
that's the thing, and it's so hard to because of the pressure, but it's going up in an upward direction, and then it's just the relentless pressure. They need to be hitting flatter and making the shuttle dip before it gets to the Indian pair. So the Indian pair are the ones having to hit in an upward direction. Such a challenge because Shetty's chasing forward so quickly. In that rally, we saw him.
50.
That was a nice idea, though, from Daniel Marthin.
Stay on court.
This is the thing, Shetty can only chase forward that quickly because he's got so much confidence that his partner's going to cover, and also that the shot he's playing is of a good quality, so it's very hard for his opponents to really put him in trouble when he's chasing forward.
Clash of rackets. Yeah, well played.
10-15.
Some of the Indian pairs doing so well is when they get there early, they're just taking all the pace off, playing soft, just making sure they get the attack because they've had so much success when they've been on the attack. They haven't had to do too much to get through 5, 6, 7 shots, and they've got through.
Thank you.
I think he was distracted by seeing Shetty move forward. Daniel Marthin, as he was trying to play that backhand.
Yeah, it looked like he lost sight of it just for a fraction. Good defense, though, from Shetty.
Oh, good backhand. The backhand from Shetty. That's the one that set up the rally. Managed to generate a fair amount of power going in a downward direction. This is the one.
Yep.
Super shot.
And it's so hard for Leo there because he's stretched. His partner's totally out of the game, and what can he do?
Good rally. That'll be the longest rally of the match too. Oh, that's brilliant. What a fabulous smash from Daniel Marthin.
The smash here, if we could see it, that finishes the rally. It doesn't get any better than this. Placement, angle, and power inside of the line. Absolutely massive as well.
Perfection. Yes, longest rally, 48 shots.
Thank you. Eleven, 17.
Oh, good flick. Oh, delightful. Yeah. Absolutely superb rally by the Indonesian pair.
It was fantastic placement on his attack. We all know Daniel has a very, very big smash, but it was the placement on the last two smashes that did it.
They don't seem to have the ability to sort of interchange as much as the Indian pair. The Indian pair, one will move forward, the other will move out to intersect on a cross-court lift or something. I don't think the Indonesians do that quite as well.
No, I don't think they want to, just because they have such favoured roles. As in, I'd say the Indians are more flowing, they rotate a lot more, and both of them are comfortable in both roles, whereas the Indonesians are incredibly good with Daniel at the back and Leo at the front, and the other way around, I think they look a bit more susceptible. I just don't think they look anywhere near as dangerous.
A little bit of good fortune for Shetty. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Absolute commitment at the front of the court from Shetty. He launched himself towards that intersection. Oh, we won't see it from that angle.
But yeah, something he's so good at. Fully commits to it, and he knows that his partner, Rankireddy's really good at covering him, so he's got no worries if his opponents do get it back.
Indecision costs him dear, and it is now 7 match point opportunities for Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chiraj Shetty. Nice drop. It's wide. First match point well saved. But it's still a mountain to climb for Carnando and Marthin.
I do think the Indian pair, I know they're only ranked 5 in the world at the moment, they have been 1. I do think they are, for me, a top 2 pair. I think themselves. Also, the current world number 1's the Chinese pair of, I think we're going to get in the last match, well, the
third match,
apologies, of Liang and Wang. For me, they are the top 2 pairs at the moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, it was amazing after their 3 weeks at world number 1. They shot down to number 5, and it just emphasizes the point you were making earlier about how tight it is at the top of the world rankings, and things can change awfully quickly.
I do think as well that they have missed out with not making the tour finals. That could be a costly one.
Yeah. It's the last chance to win mega points before the end of the Olympic qualifying period. That's landed in. Oh, they're going to challenge.
Challenges. Call.
And if they're right, it's match over. Here we go. Match over.
Correction, out.
Good challenge. 21-16. 21-14, the margin of the victory for the #1 seeds and former world #1 Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty.
Match won by Rankireddy and Shetty, 21-16, 21-14.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. 45 minutes for the victory. And Rankireddy and Shetty. Oof. Yeah, it was just long. Through to a 7th semi-final of the year. That is very impressive indeed.
See you tomorrow.
You will indeed, young man, and we're looking forward to it. So they take leave of centre stage. Rankireddy and Shetty through to the semi-final. 2-game victory over Carnando and Marthin. 21-16, 21-14 in 45 minutes.